How do you tell if it's 1.21 gigawatts or not? Oh, we're live. Shoot. Man, I didn't even realize I was live. I've been testing batteries all day today. But it's Friday, we get to have fun, and maybe towards the end we can talk about stock versus aftermarket alternators or something. I don't know, I got lots of batteries. But otherwise, I'll see you guys in 3 minutes. Let's kick this off. Yeah, we got Deviant up in the house. What's going on, everyone?
Okay. So we're kicking it with Andy, right? You know what that means. We living loud.
Me totally not running around the studio to get Kicker Club going. Thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate all ya. And yeah, we got a horse head. We got trains. We got base heads. We got a deer. We got everybody. Love you guys. See you in a minute. Well, would you look at that? Thank you, William. Dubby. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, and it is Friday. Man, 2 Fridays in a row. We're on a roll. Thank you guys for tuning in, and tonight is Ask Me Anything Q&A. You got kicker questions. You've come to the right place. And if you just want to hang out, that's what we do here as well. Thank you guys for tuning in. And if you caught the very intro of the video, well, not even video, that was live. Sometimes we do pre-recorded stuff, and Ernie be pulling some tricks out of the bag. But yeah, you know what? I've been doing a lot of battery testing recently, and you guys will be seeing a video shortly with some skib cells. I know Jake, he's gonna love that video. I can't wait to show him, man. But either way, I want to get some stuff done. You know, battery tests, like a battery dyno. It's just like an amp dyno, but for batteries. And you know, you got to practice a little bit. But without further ado, we have to say hello to everybody. chill, kick back, relax. And thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you for hanging out and always tuning in. And, oh, the SDK hat is a little crooked. There we go. We're good. We're good. We're good. What is up, Kibo? Thank you for tuning in. I do have Kicker Club over there. I don't see it. I can't see that far, but I appreciate you tuning in. And how subs go bump, you know, a little bit of electromagnetism, and I don't know, man, you know, electricity and a magnet. That's it. That is it. Wound around a magnetic field. YouTube user. Oh man, here we go. Let's get the party started. Marcus, the Kick Boys. You know, that could be a band. I might have to ask Steve Irby's permission on that one, but the Kick Boys are back. Thank you for tuning in, Marcus. William, hey, Livin Loud with Andy, Friday late night for the win. You're a rock star. Keep doing what you do. Thank you so much, William, for tuning in. And I've been using the NGA wireless BassKnob a lot the past few days. Been talking to Adam from just SPL LAB, I guess you want to call it, like how I am with Kicker. And just been using that a little bit too, you know, because I'm like, man, this roll's got to be a little slower. Let me try the BassKnob. And was actually working a little bit, and it's awesome. If you want to get a wireless BassKnob, just check out livinloudwithandy.com and look for the NGA section. You can't miss it. You just got to look at it. Thank you for tuning in, William. Appreciate that you're always here. We got the notorious RVH, of course. Thank you for hanging out with us again. It's nice to see that you're back tuning in. I know life just gets ahead of everybody. Same, man. And sometimes I'm like, I'm just over this car audio, and then it's like, 2 minutes later, I'm like back into it. That's it. We're addicted, and I appreciate you guys. And he knows that you just got to look at it. Would you look at that? Would you just look at that? Just look at it. That's all you can do. Thank you, William. Kayla's like, I'm going to unsubscribe. I can't look at it anymore. I said, oh, would you look at that? Oh, man, you know, Tuesdays, we try to keep it serious. Fridays, it's just full of shenanigans. Full of shenanigans. And there is Mrs. Kibo. Should be Miss Kibo. I like that. Mrs. Kibo. Miss Kibo. Dubby, we got explodes. Wait, did I miss explode bucks? You know what? StreamYard's little saver thing isn't working. It doesn't have the saved files for some reason. I don't know why it's doing that. But either way, as long as the stream looks good, I don't care. I will manage. Appreciate you guys tuning in. And Dubby, there's John. I hear you popping in, John. Thanks for hanging out. Look, we got John in the backstage here. Thank you for tuning in, John. You are live.
Didn't mean to be. Get me off
No, you're
there.
good. I appreciate you hanging out and keeping the comment section, you know, in check. And thank you for just being here, man. Appreciate
I would
you.
have done my hair. Sorry.
Hey, sorry, man. Had to pull you on. I'll let you go. Thank you, John. It's live, folks. That's how we do it. John's like, God. Let's see on the comments. Facebook user Slamology 2024, baby, let's go. You know, I'm excited. And speaking of Slamology, that's not until June 8th. There's actually a TDH show down in Virginia that I will be attending, and we are giving some kicker stuff away. If you're going to TDH, come say hi to Andy. Corey D donated $1. Would you look at that? You know what? That might, Corey D, corn nut, cornbread. I don't know. That's got to be corn nut.
Because we don't want you to blow it up. So turn the game down, Andy.
It's got to be. Thank you, Corey D, for the $1 super chat, or I don't even know what you want to call it. It's through PayPal. We do have PayPal. Just check the link, and YouTube doesn't take all the money then. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. And Slamology is going to be awesome. I can't wait. You know, just getting the builds ready and planning finances and, you know, time to work on my stuff to make sure it's 100% ready. And I'm excited. I really am. I really, really am. It's like, am I driving the Eclipse? Like, I want to get a car dolly. If I could tow a full trailer, I totally would. But it's also fun driving a Slamology, looking to my left, and I just see the fur just flexing in the wind. It's awesome. It really is. What's going on, Cedric? Thank you for hanging out with us. JD Bobbitt, thank you, man. Appreciate you. Hope that you've been well. Appreciate that you're just tuning in here. Uncle Bobby B, baby. There he is. There he is. Garrick. Okay, I'm here. Appreciate you. Man, we got a lot of people here. Eddie G. Unet. I need that 50% off discount code. Well, you just missed it. We had Kicking It with Andy this Tuesday, and you're going to have to wait another 2 weeks. But every other Tuesday, make sure you tune in. And I know Baba and 25 are hoarding the 50% off discount code, so make sure you tune in. It's a little rigged. Thank you for tuning in, Eddie. Let's see. Upward Dragon. What is up? Thank you for tuning in. And we got a $20 super chat from LLwA.
I don't care what you say about kickers. This guy is a difference maker.
Difference maker is LLwA as well. Thank you so much, LLwA. On behalf of all the Livin Loud with Andy fans, thanks to all my chat brothers. You know, you guys are awesome. You really are. LLwA, you know, I if you can make it to Slamology, I'm going to give you a big hug like I did all the guys last year. And thank you so much for tuning in and being part of the community. You guys literally make it happen, you know? And we try to keep it positive as much as we can. We are humans, a.k.a., I don't know, you guess you could call us animals sometimes. It seems that, but we really do try to keep it positive. And thank you for just being along the ride, man. Big time. Thank you so much, LLwA. Yeah, I'm just looking at it, William. Stoltz Audio, what is up? Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. I seen a comment from RVH here. Are there any of these lithium batteries capable of being hideaway without having to be babysat? Being hid away. Okay, so something that's
look at that.
safe. Oh, look at Kibo. Look at Kibo. I can't even. We got to throw it up.
I don't care what you say about
Kibo!
kickers. This guy is a difference maker.
Thank you, Kibu or Kibo. I'm going to go with Kibo. Thank you so much, Kibo. Appreciate you. And, man, that's awesome. That is awesome. I love that because it's just straight through PayPal, and I can just pull it out right now. I have to wait a whole month for YouTube. And, you know, all the fun stuff. But thank you so much, Kibo. Appreciate you. And LLwA and Cornut for all super chatting so far. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Now, some that are just, you know, I would say anything that's not CMAX. Honestly, you know, lithium iron phosphate, it can have its cons too. You know, it's a pretty, it can be dangerous. It's not as safe as LTO, and anybody that runs LTO will say the same. But there are pros and cons with LTO as well, just like any battery. But something that's safe and you don't have to worry about and you can hide it away, you always kind of want to have proper ventilation for a battery. But I get what you're saying, you know, something that you don't have to keep tabs on. You know, you can do DIY, but if you're doing it your first time, you might want to keep tabs on it to make sure you did it right. So that's what's great about the pre-built batteries, the Titan 8, the JY, the JPs, the, you know, everything, the Cybers. Those are the ones to go with. And honestly, man, it really doesn't matter. Just at the end of the day, run the battery size that is, you know, that'll work for your system. The last thing you want to do is overstrain a battery. Doesn't matter what chemistry it is. Thank you, RVH. Appreciate you, man. You guys are awesome. Uncle Bobby B, he's asking for it now. He's asking.
Uncle Bobby B, baby. Uncle Bobby B.
Thank you for tuning in, Bobby. Amp Dinos, I got you. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you for tuning in. I don't want to give away your alias because then, I don't know. We can't do that. Hello from the Pacific Northwest. I mean, it's not a live stream without LLwA saying that. You know, it's just not. And I mean, I think it started, I mean, shoot, probably 12-volt talk. Even before the Unmasked show, I knew this guy from the Pacific Northwest. And I said, would you look at that? This guy. Hello, I got that from MBE. I got you. The Kick Boys. Yes, yes. Kicker Boys. I mean, you know, I don't know. I was a Backstreet Boy fan, so I dig it. I dig it. Let's see. Basehead 30, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. I appreciate that you're here, man. And, you know, always tuning in, being a friend. Thank you so much, dude. Purchase Viewer 69 is in the chat. Cedric. Okay, so I'm really far behind AA Ron's dishwasher, man. You know, we got a lot of sponsors. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you for tuning in. Let's see. The rain has been coming, 25, but I might have missed it.
Make it rain.
Hit it, Michael.
Eddie.
Went over.
Peace. He's a little late, but it's okay. Thank you, 25, letting the guys know to make it rain. And your support means the world, man. It really does. I'm about to book my tickets down to TDH, which will be, I think it's the 23rd to 24th or something like that in March. So if you're around the Virginia area and you want to hang out, I would say it's second place to Slamology. You can't beat Slamology. I'm sorry, you just can't. You can't. But it's closer to me. It's about 4 hours away, and we're going to give away some kicker stuff. I'm not giving it away yet because we're going to do something special for that. But you got to be there to win. So if you want to go to TDH, I would definitely go. Let's see. You can hide them if you have a Bluetooth BMS to monitor it. You know, this is a good question. We're going to zoom in for this one. Okay, so a BMS is more so for a battery you're going to completely discharge and recharge over and over, like your phone, an e-bike, or a backup solar kind of, you know, generator system, your backup power supply for your house, because, you know, we all have those. I have one, small one, it's starting. But still, that's where you're going to run a BMS. And BMSs can do a lot more than a balancer, but you also, you know, you at least want a balancer for your lithium batteries. And a balancer, all it does is balance out the voltage between the cells. When they're in series, they can't see one another. When they're in parallel, they will automatically balance out. You won't need a balancer for when they're in parallel. It's when you run them in series, you're going to need a balancer for each cell to, you know, balance. A BMS can do the same thing. But then it's also restricted because how it's connected, and it's just, you know, the BMSs are going to be rated for so many amps, and that's it. And you pull over it, it's going to go into, you know, a protection mode. It's got a lot more features to it, so that you have low voltage cutoff, high voltage cutoff, over current cutoff, a lot more fancy features, and you kind of want those. But for car audio, that's really hard to get a BMS that's good for 500 amps per battery, and then just it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. But a balancer and maybe a Bluetooth voltmeter, and then you can just keep an eye on it. But honestly, a voltmeter in your car, you're going to want anyway when you have any kind of stereo. You really do. Let's see. YouTube user with a $10 super chat. Oh, man. Man, we're clipping. That's definitely not clipping. It's just a little bit of distortion. Thank you, YouTube user. $10 super chat. Thank you. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. Thank you, YouTube user. All right, I think I'm caught up here. We got Frank the Tank. I keep going backwards, but I don't want to miss any of the comments. That's what's cool about Friday. And whenever I run out of things to talk about, we'll run over there and do a little demonstration here. Let's see. I've got to be the oldest one in the group. Kicker, Q class, mids and high amp, no amps or subs. The oddest one. I mean, you're probably the oldest one, one of the oldest guys, OGs in our little group here. But the Kicker, Q class, mids and highs, no amp or subs. You know, sometimes you can get away with having, you know, not that much power, and running the Q class, they don't need a ton of power. Yeah, you could put 50 watts by 4 to them, you know, for a normal setup. But at the end of the day, man, you know, they get down on like 15 RMS, which they kind of not really designed to, but a lot more people are going to do that than put a 50 by 4 on those speakers. Maybe not every single one, maybe more so on the DS or the CS compared to the QS or the KS. But still, they are very good sounding, even on low power. So it's not too crazy, man. But I couldn't go without the bass that long. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. SDK, morning, people. Hit the like, or you run 5S, lithium, or Scar. Oh, SDK, he is taking shots. He is taking shots. You know, actually, Jake, you're gonna love me and you're gonna hate me for this, but the test was inconclusive. 5S, 6S, other than the operating range. Spoiler: the 6S had around the same voltage drop with the same amount of current, which is kind of, it makes sense. You're starting a volt lower, whatever, but then who wants to run a 6S at 14 volts? Well, if you got a stock charging system, that's kind of what happens after a while. At least for the Eclipse and the Pilot, they're both seeing around the same, 13.8 to 14. But honestly, I'd rather run 6S in my car, just because, man, just because. Thank you for tuning in, man. And yeah, you don't want to do that, or yeah, Scar. Now, thank you, buddy. Todd Bonner, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. That is awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. Got a few new people in here, but nothing too crazy. It's Friday, and this is the fun part. Not even the fun part. It's just the more laid back, relaxed. We can just talk about whatever we want. You know, obviously car audio. We try to keep other things out of it. But we're here to have fun. We really are. Let's see. We got lots of those emojis going on. We got 25 likes, 38 viewing. Who's being nebby? You got it, dude. Getting loud. This guy says he's getting loud. We're all getting loud, one step at a time, man. Really are. Cedric says, I need a Livin Loud logo for box you made for me. You know, I need to get on that. I have real small ones. I do have the cutter for the decals. I need to get some stuff, some bigger stuff. I can do it on the website, my second website, which I will eventually just move everything to. It's just, you know, the balancing act of life. I will get that for you, though, Cedric. You definitely need it. You definitely need it. We built that box, what, 3 years ago? Man. Doing 144, 145s, 215s on like 800 watts. Not bad. Not bad at all. Big SUV. Don't listen to Andy. You need more power. You know what? I think Cornut is right on this one. You can never have too much power. That is not the problem. It's not. Clip in with Andy. You know it. Thanks for tuning in, John. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, I was hanging out in the Base Dad car audio talk live stream he does. Hanging out there. I like to, you know, tune in all the live streams as much as I can. Busy guy, but you know, this is what we do. Blake, you know, Andy, I think you need more bass in the Friday clip. I mean, we got 2 more clicks. We can send it to 11. We can send it to 11. We can send it. Andy, are you getting a demo from the Bassaroo 2.0? Well, it sounds like I'm going to now. Yeah, dude, absolutely. If it's a Slamology or TDH, I think I might be even more stuck, more so, because how we're going to do things down there, but you'll be able to hang out, pull your car up next to me, and we'll see what we can do. Slamology, I'm a little bit more free, you know. I obviously want to be by the kicker tent and giving out demos of Cookie Monster, but still need to walk around and see people and get some cheese fries. That's like the best part. Absolutely, man. What's going on, Justin? Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. I appreciate all you guys. I feel like my my cut's a little low here. Not my haircut. I do need a haircut. Let's see here. Let's pop this up. That's a little better. Thank you for tuning in, Justin. Appreciate you, dude. Cedric's only 56. I mean, you know, and that's the thing. Like, car audio, there is no age limit. There is not. There is not an age limit. It's 1 to 99, just like Legos. It really is. Oh, come on, Kibo. What's the word today? Talking about my age, my viewer stats put most of my viewers in their 40s. Very few youths watching. Yeah, I know YouTube, at least for me, I think the highest is 35 to 45 for me as well. And I think that's probably we need to just blame one thing, and I'm going to blame TikTok. No. But right, you know, and what we do, Justin, is more of like informational stuff. And even whenever I was in car audio when I was young, like the only person I was watching was EXO. Okay, it's a little bit different times then, but still, you know, we just want bass. We don't care what the, you know, information is. And we want, you know, 2,000 watts on 212s and a capacitor and LEDs, and we're happy. And, you know, I don't know. I feel like that's a little bit of it, but then you see more and more of it where people are just listening, going out to the internet, asking for advice, learning, and they're building 160 dB builds at the age of 20. It's really insane, man. I mean, it does help for who you know, and if you got a little bit of money in your pocket, but still, it doesn't mean everything. So I think that has a lot to do with it. Plus, you know, I don't know. I think that's just YouTube, man. I blame YouTube and the algorithm. I know you know all about algorithms. We got to blame something. I'll blame YouTube. Upward Dragon says, hey, I'm young and I watch you. Exactly, man. And the criteria, I think 25 to 35 is the second and 35 to 45 is the highest for me. You know, averagely, not every single video, because, you know, some people are going to like sub-flexing and power tests compared to, you know, whatever have you, whatever your kind of topic, building the box or putting something together or, you know, just talking about electrical. Who knows? It all depends. Really does. Appreciate you guys tuning in, and thank you, Upward Dragon, Justin DIY. There is Bubba. Good evening, Kicker family. Happy Friday unto you. Thank you for tuning in, Bubba. Appreciate that you're here, just hanging out with us. I hope you're doing well. Whole family's doing good, and everything, man. Thank you so much. Adir, what is up? Hold up, Bubba. It fits. It fits. Thank you, John. Look at John starting out comments. Steve, make a Solo X8, please. We don't even need a field recone kit. If we blow it, we will just buy another one. Man, you know, I feel like I wouldn't say it's impossible to make a field replaceable cone for an 8, you know, but right, you know, with the cost of that, it could lower the cost some. And with the Solo X 10, 12s, and 15s, I feel like more people are going to be loading those up in a massive wall, you know, like 10 or 12 of them at once. So you kind of want something that is field replaceable. When you got 8s, you don't see too many people doing, you know, 160s with like 10 8s. Like there are, but there's not that many. So to have something that's not field replaceable and to keep the price lower, but still have a ton of potential and just output what the Solo X is known for, yes, I think that would be very cool. And Steve is always listening. He likes all the comments and all the posts that I make, and everybody that posts Kicker, he's on it, man. He's always looking at it. And so just bug him a little bit. Just bug him a little bit. That's all you got to do. All you got to do. Double E, thank you for tuning in. Oh, come on, man. JT 1970, what is up? And the green team. Thank you for tuning in, JT. Appreciate that you're here. Andy going live from Slam again this year? Absolutely, dude. 100%. We will be live, and I probably will just bring this camera, honestly, because if we just have this one, like, we can just, you know, pan 360 all the way around Slamology, like, it won't be an issue at all, rather than bringing all the camera equipment. Come on, focus. What are you doing? There we go. Would you look at that? Thank you for looking at it. And yes, I will be live there. I will not be live at TDH. That would be cool to do. Maybe on my cell phone again. That was fun. But yes, definitely Slamology. I will be live and direct. Thank you, Bobby. Free subs are better. They really are, you know. If you can get something for free, don't ever complain about it. Brian Townsend. Now, these might pop up a little bit here. He's a member for 4 months. You know, they give you like little, you know, hey.
I took a look at it. Huh?
Oh,
Yeah.
would you look at it?
Yeah.
You looked at it.
I looked at it.
Very good.
I kept looking at it.
Thank you for still being a member, Brian T, for 4 months. Thank you so much, buddy. Cancer sucks. Got me good, man. You know, I'll be praying for you, and that's probably, you know, I would say a lot of people would agree that's probably the worst thing to happen in the world, man, you know, and just your body killing itself, and it's the irony, right? I hope that you're doing well, man. I miss being 30 back in the day when my knees, hips, and back all worked properly, man. You know, you're right. Right after 30, though. I would say 25, Justin. Here, 30 is a little pushing it, because I'm still there, you know, 33, and I'm like, I'll get out of bed, and I twist too fast, and I'm like, oh my God, what just popped, you know? Maybe it's just me being a little lazy and a night owl, burning the oil at the middle of the night to get stuff done, and then I wake up late, you know, cleaning sheets and doing live streams at night. Maybe it's just not the best way to, you know, be healthy. It doesn't help. 53 here. Woo! You know, that's the thing. And I remember back in the day, like, we're going to go storyline here just a little bit. We're not going to zoom in too far. There we go. No, I mean, we can have the clock in the background. I like that. I love the clock. whenever I'd be driving down the street and then they'd be like, oh man, you're going to hate that stuff when you're older. They always say like too loud, too old. And for us, this 1% of the community of just car audio, I'm not saying 1% of the world, I'm talking 1% of car audio enthusiasts, 1% of us will be having some kind of aftermarket system for the rest of our lives in our house, in our car, whatever have you, at whatever level. You won't grow out of this stuff. You really won't. And that's the beauty of it, man. It's a passion. It's a hobby. It's an addiction. It's car audio, man. It's awesome. It really is. And I love it. I was going to either do bass, like car audio, or stick with, turbos and cars and fast stuff. And I thought, systems are a lot cheaper. And I love it. So I lean more towards that. Little did I know how much more expensive it really was. Oh, man. Because I thought a capacitor would do it all, man. I really did. Ashy Larry, $5 super chat. Would you look at that? Would you just look at that? Here we go.
Would you look at that? Oh my gosh, just look at it. Just look at it. You got to look at it this way, okay? You just got to look at it. That's all you can do anymore.
That's all you can do anymore, really. Thank you, Ashy. Give it away. Give it away. Give it away. Give it away. Give it away now. Yeah. Thank you, Ashy. Appreciate you tuning in and supporting, super chatting, and just being a good friend, man. And, I know we were texting a little bit, and just do not buy anything you see on Kicker Club or any Kicker car audio group or anything on Facebook, because it's a little sketchy, man. You see a Solo X, it's a really too good of a good price. It's probably a scam. A guy reached out to me, bought that Solo X spare, the same one, and yeah, he got a UPS tracking code. It was not real, though. But speaking of which, that's why we just stopped in Kicker Club. No for sales posts, no nothing. Kicker Club, we just hit 43,000 members. We're already at 43.5 thousand members in Kicker Club. It's insane. It is really insane, and it's next to near impossible to keep up with this stuff. It's insane. It's like member post, Kicker Club of the week, and then just, accepting the members and the live streams twice a week, kicking it with Andy, Unmasked After Show, Friday, and content, and then TDH, and of course Slamology in the back of my mind, and it's just everything. And then, oh yeah, we got to go to work too. It's fun. It is, as long as I just keep skipping by, I'm okay. No complaints here, man. Thank you, Ashy. And yes, and speaking of which, tomorrow, guys, I know I was talking to Carlos Rodriguez, I think. Carlos, we all know him as Carlos. And not from Kicker, but Carlos has been doing all those SPL tests and everything. I know I did ask him whenever he first started at, I was like, hey, since you're getting that Kicker, let me know, I'll come on your show. Well, I didn't want to bombard his show, so I'll see if he reaches out to me. If he doesn't reach out to me, what I'll do tomorrow, most likely, it'll be 3 o'clock Eastern or 12 p.m. Pacific time. He's going to go live. So what I'm going to do is, so you guys don't have to watch on Facebook too. I mean, you can do both. We'll stream it on the computer here, and I'll just, we'll interact live. We'll interact live with that. It'll be awesome. I don't know. I think it's a good idea. I know a lot of people on YouTube don't always go to Facebook, so why not? Why not? But if he wants to add me on, that'd be great. I hope he has it on StreamYard that I could stream it through my channel too, because that would be cool. Some people, I jump on their StreamYard and I can't, and it's like, it's a setting, but it's okay. Budget Audio with Jay, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Appreciate you, man. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. I am behind on the comments. Terrell, thank God it's Friday. Absolutely, man. And, this weekend's going to be fun. I got more, I got editing to do. I did a little bit of the footage, the testing today of these batteries. I had to get it done. And, preparing for the next Kicking It with Andy. And, just trying to be a little bit more ahead while I can. So it'll be nice. Hang out in the studio all day, do some editing, and go outside. But it's snowing here and raining, so inside sounds good. I don't like making plans because I don't know what life brings. But if I'm good and healthy for Slam, I'm hopping on with Andy's video bomb style. Dude, do it. I try to get all the guys that were hanging out, you know, people that are in the chat here now that went out to Slamology. I try to get every single one of them on the show, and I try to, you know, do that. So yes, please do, sir. And I'm actually working on that too. Instead of using these two headsets, I've been really looking into having something, and I talked about with Ernie, something with like real-time, you know, monitoring, so we both hear what we're saying and have our own separate mics and headsets without going too crazy, and still use my same integration that I have here. It's gonna be fun though. I'm working on it. I'm looking at every single angle, which one makes the most sense, you know? Let's see. I need my warranty. For kicker, maybe? Let me know. What size are the square door speakers? The Street Series, the ST, are 7-inch and 9-inch. And they have the ST Super Tweeters. Those are 1 and 1.5 inch. But yeah, the square doors, those are 7s and 9s. They're not subwoofers, but they'll play down to 80 hertz. They'll play down to 80, which is all you need. They're more of like a mid-range. They're not a mid-bass. They're more of a mid-range, and they scream. They're loud. That's what they're meant to do, is pierce through the bass so you hear the vocals. And then the Super Tweeters are there to pierce through the bass so you hear the super high end of things too. Oh, would you look at that? We got a new member.
I took a look at it, huh?
Oh,
Yeah.
would you look at it?
Yeah.
You looked at
I
it.
looked at it.
Very
I
good.
kept looking at it.
He took a look at it. He really did. He said, I am joining the green team. Thank you, Upward Dragon. That is awesome. That is awesome. Rudy, wait, he is trying out the L7X15 tomorrow? Yes, he is. So, I have that up as well. He will be throwing in the L7X15 in the lanes. The lanes of lanes. This big SPL build. Yep. And the highest is like 182, and the lowest is a 174. And of course, we love you, boss, but it couldn't hang with the rest. So we'll see what this guy does. We really will. I'm super interested to see how well the L7X does in that kind of chamber. And I know Sundown got a second chance at it. You know, new soft parts, and a few other companies are doing that. Let's just see how it does with the stock stuff first. Love you too, Ashy. Oh, would you look at that? We got so many.
I took a look at it, huh?
Oh,
Yeah.
would you look at it?
Yeah.
You
Cornut
looked at it.
I
and
looked at it.
Very
Bubba.
good.
I kept looking at it.
Would you look at that? I feel like that needs to be for the old members. The other one needs to be for the new members. Oh, but I love that video. You just want to take a look at it. I need a battery sponsor. RVH, you know, I don't have too many batteries, but I can send you in the right direction. What kind of price, cons, pros, and help you through it, because I've been having some help on the side too, man. You know, between the sponsors and between the DIY and getting people's help with it, which is money, and just information, which is money, you know, that's time, that's experience, and that's worth it. And they've been helping me out too. All you guys have. Full circle. We'll get you going, RVH. We really will. Plus, you got 25. He'll sponsor you for some double A's. Rayvax only though. So, Chris Vera, thank you for tuning in, man. Haven't seen you in a while. Those ST tweeters are loud AF. What's that mean? Thank you for tuning in, Chris. Appreciate you. I think he meant to say of. Would you look at that? There's Jess. There's Jessica. She wants to know guesses on this. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I already told you 174 was the lowest, 182 something was the highest. What do you think the L7X will do on unlimited power? Thank you for tuning in, Jessica. RVH says, I'm making it to Slam one way or another, hopefully with the Jeep done. If not, by Big Rig. Oh, they have a Big Rig competition there too. Check that out. Either way, oh, you mean by Pitch and Rides. Hey, either way, man, you get there, you get there. Slamology, I mean, honestly, I think it would be cool 1 year. I don't know when it would have happened, but 1 year to go there without a car, just to walk around and see all the builds, and just, you know, get demos and demos and demos and demos. Enjoy it, man. Even if you have to hitchhike your way via a big rig. We'll see you there. Mr. Kip Litzy is in the house. Thank you for tuning in, Kip. I won't tell him yet, but we got good news. It's more than you just saved a bunch of money on your car insurance. Thank you for tuning in, being here, Kipster. Kicker KS for the win. You know, I like them. I've never personally owned the QS. I've heard them, I've installed them, I've tuned them, but like actually hearing on multiple different songs and setups in a long time. But the KS, if anything, I feel like they are kind of designed, and you can see it even with the power rating. They have a higher power rating compared to the QS, at least the 6x9 coaxials did, than the QS. And the QS are, in a way, designed for sound quality. And the KS are kind of that middle of the road. We'll give you a little bit of everything in the kicker sound. So yes, the KS for the win, man. Let's see. I know a lot of people don't like them, but I saw where the Limitless 12K, version 2 is going to be on sale for $800. You know, I don't know the difference of the version 1 or the version 2 of the cells. I know inside the version 1s, they had pouches, I think, or is it the other way? Maybe the version 2 had the pouches. Either way, I'm not a big fan of the pouch batteries, just because they got to be compressed. LFP, I mean, it has its pros. I mean, I was talking to Adam today about just, you know, LFP and 5 series for dynos, just like how BassDad's using, and it works. It's really ideal for that. But that's it. Not really in your car. You know, you're not charging 16 volts all the time. You can, but to keep things simple. The Cyber 12K works. I think what the cells are, what is it? 20. I think those are, yeah, two parallel sets of 20 amp hour cells, and they are 15C, or maybe they're 30. I think they might be 30C. And, you know, they're good for like 700 amps, you know, and in steady, I think down to 12 volts or something like that. So if you could pick it up, sure. But the thing with LFP, don't ever let it discharge too low. The cells will swell, and that's it. They're done. But if you can get it for $800, that's not bad. It's really not bad. If you're going to go with that kind of battery and you want to stay LFP, I mean, the options are kind of that, JY, JP40, and there's a few other ones. XS got a nice LFP battery coming out now. It's $1,000, but it's 90 amp hours, which is more than that, and I don't know the discharge rate, but still, and they're prismatic cells, not pouches. So there's the pro with that. Either way, yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. I just literally am building a brand new battery bank using a Cyber 12K case because the batteries are bad. So I took it apart. I seen it, and I took a look at it. And you know what I said. Bubba's going with the 175 dB. No, man, no. I mean, you're shooting low, but that's okay. I'd rather, you know, that's how I am. You know, low expectation, high reward, whatever, you know, good, great. Woo, we did better than we thought we were. I'm in a good mood. But I think, ooh, this is a lot. They're going to be holding me to this. I wouldn't say any lower than 179.4. That's what I'm going to say. No lower than that. And if it does, that sucks. But not that it sucks as a woofer, but just sucks for that vehicle, that enclosure, that type of application. And that's why people were changing the soft parts to make it work better for that exact setup. And that's the key, man, with all of what you do with car audio, is you build it in a way that works the best for your situation. And that's just how physics is, and just, you know, laws of thermal dynamics and liquid dynamics, not just everything, man. It's just how things work, man. How things work. Let's see. Thanks, I'll be going with the 7-inch. Yeah, you won't be mad with those, man. They sound okay. They're not a coaxial, they're not a 3-way, they're not that kind of sound. When they're paired with a tweeter, it sounds like that, but way louder. Like that's what they're meant to do. And they sound good doing it. I have 2 sets of 7s and 2 sets of 9s on one KXA 400.4. And I was kind of keeping up with the Bronco. I know they didn't have it turned up like me. I'm sitting over here Clip City, just to keep up with the Bronco and just slamology. But it was loud. You could hear it. It was clear as day. When I had the KS 6x9s and just the little 3s in the dash on that same amp, like it was like quiet. It was quiet. I opened the doors and I'm like, yeah. It's pretty loud, huh? It got the bass, but it's got the music to keep up with it, and that's what's really important. And the problem with that is you get tinnitus in your ears from listening to those high frequencies for way too long. Thank you, Jake, for the $2 super chat. Oh man, I don't even know where the pennies. Here's the pennies. And if you're getting a ringing sensation in your ear, it's probably because you're listening to distorted music. Oh, wait. You thought I was going to say too loud. Well, yeah, too. But you can also, run into problems, too, with that distortion of sound. You can listen to something louder for longer if it doesn't have distortion compared to something that's quieter and distorted, just because it's just harder on your ears. Now, exactly how that works, I don't know, but it makes sense. Let's see. Switchy. Come on, Ernie. Where are you going here? I don't even know. How many days did you feed and discard your starter, Ashy? Is he talking about bread? Is he talking about bread? I think it's the starter kip. Kipalicious. Kipalicious bread. Yes, I've heard of that. Yes, it's sourdough. I knew it. My sourdough is flat. That's a 1 pound pancake. It's going in the oven regardless. I'll send you a picture. Kayla's been doing that. As soon as you said starter, I'm like, he ain't talking about a car. I knew it. That's great. And Kayla makes the best bread. If your wife can cook for you and she's a good cook, you better not mess that up, man. I'm telling you. You won't find that too often. Let's see. Appreciate everything I got. I really do. Choke change. How's it, Andy? Solo X L7X SPL for the win, man. I'm excited. Make sure you guys tune in to Carlos live stream on Facebook. If not, we'll be restreaming it here, or I'll join them, whatever they want to do. But yeah, make sure you watch that. It's going to be interesting. And yes, for the win. Thank you for tuning in, Choke. Kip, I'm flying from Thailand to come to Slam, then Kicker. Hope to see you. He ain't lying either, Kip. He is flying from Thailand. Long as everything goes to plan, getting flights, hotels, hanging out with the guys to Slamology and Kicker. So I didn't know about the Kicker. I knew about the Slam. That's cool. You might as well. And then you could it's probably quicker going that way, going back to Thailand than flying the other way. Just go around the entire world. You'll be good. It's faster that way. Let's see. 7 dedicated days. I know with that kind of stuff, you gotta keep feeding it over and over, or it'll go flat. And the lighting and the amount, the mixture, there's a lot to it, man. There really is. It's like building the box, you can't just throw it together and hope for the best, man. A ported box, should I say, because those are a little bit more difficult. Sealed box, it's really kind of hard to get wrong. Only thing it's going to do is get louder if you do it a different way. They definitely work. Now, if it's too small, then yeah, obviously it's not going to work too well, but it'll still work. If you just got a hole in your box, that's a little bit different. Cedric, I need Slamology, bigger alt amp, put in 4 highs and more 0 gauge wire. You never have too much wire, man. And yeah, because you still got the 4 gauge front to back, and you wanted to upgrade to the 0 gauge and everything else because you got a battery in the back, but I think stock alternator, we all have our levels, and 2 of my big builds have stock alternators. It's got big 0 gauge, but still, like, it could need more for what's in there. And once you get that foundation built in that vehicle, then you're set, for a certain amount of current, a certain amount of power, and you're good. You really are. And it all starts with the power wire, man. It does. I mean, you need the alternator too, but if your power wire ain't big enough, that's a bottleneck right there. Yeah, he said did it double in size. Yeah, you need double in size. Yes, yes. What's going on, Mac? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for commenting on all the videos and everything. Just being a supporter and being a fan and a friend. Thank you so much for being here, dude. Sean, wait, became a YouTube member. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I thought he already was part of the green team. I thought he already was.
I took a look at it, huh?
Oh, would you look at it?
Yeah.
You looked at
I
it.
looked at it.
Very good.
I kept looking at it.
I kept looking at it. That's all you could do. You just got to keep looking at it, man. Renewed. There we go. There we go. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate you, man. And he definitely took a look at it. You know, I try not to go too crazy with the look at it, you know, but then you start looking at it and it's bad. I go to the comment section. Someone says, oh, would you look at that? And it just gets me started. I can't stop. I appreciate you guys. Really do. All right. I am behind on the comments. We're never going to get to the amp dyno, but that's okay. This is what we're doing here. Just having fun. Let's see. Just sitting around the house. Chilly Friday. Yes, he is making a comeback, sir. He is making a comeback. Double E, a member for 3 months. Would you look at that?
Would you look at that? Oh my gosh, just look at it. Just look at it. Just look at it.
Just look at it. Let's see. Blake says, I was without earplugs for about 20 minutes at Slam, and it was unbearable. Thankfully, Kicker had a giant tub of them on hand. You know, it's probably a overlooked thing that Kicker does for people. You know, oh, you need some earbuds, earplugs, we got you. You want some Kicker car audio, we got you. Lanyards, whole nine, you know, just hanging out with the guys at Slamology. And yes, you know, whenever it comes to your hearing, it's not really per se the bass that's going to make you go deaf. Now, if you go and sit into like, I don't know, like Carlos's build ear, you might rupture an eardrum. Like, that's not safe. But with most of the things at Slamology, I mean, there's a lot of big builds that probably shouldn't sit in sealed up because that's how they're designed to do their high number. But I feel like 180 dBs could rupture an eardrum. I feel like at that point it could. I've personally sat in 173, 174 in the pressure seat, and at a glance, like, I had to cover my ear that was close to the window because I felt my eardrum kind of like way too much pressure quickly. And I'm like, no, that I'm going to go deaf. I'm going to lose hearing in that ear. I'm going to rupture my eardrum. I won't go deaf, but something bad will happen there. And you have to be safe, man. And the mids and highs, though, those are different. Those can hurt the hair follicles that are in your ear. However, all that stuff works in there and how they vibrate, and that's how you hear. Those will start to flatten, you know, like they'll just break. It's very sensitive, and you can't fix that stuff. You can't. Man, we got 51 of you guys in here, and it's a Friday. I love you guys. Make sure you smash the like. I know Dave's not here to tell you guys, but we got 37 likes on YouTube. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being here, tuning in, hanging out. This is what we do, and I look forward to it every time we do it. You guys are awesome. Ha 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 ha. Yes. Let's see. There we go. I told you. That's all you need in life is like a second or third or fourth, sometimes fifth hobby, and you'll get through it. You'll be all right. Absolutely, man. You know, and yeah, man, Kayla is, she's crazy. And with the bread, we've had the sourdough too, with just making our own Panera Bread sourdough bread bowl, man. And like, way better. I hate going to Panera Bread. Next thing you find out, they're out of bread bowls. Bad. It's not the same. And it's a little bit cheaper too when you do it at home. It really is. That's awesome, Kip. And I guess they got a whole thing, like us car audio guys, we're crazy. They got a whole thing on TikTok, like, you know, just making your own bread starters, how to do it, all this stuff. We all got a little bit of crazy in us, that's all. I got you one better, Bobby. I got you one better. Amp dyno, which amp? Tuesday, we will be dynoing the CX 1800.1. That's what we're going to do next Tuesday. That's going to be like February 20th. I don't know if it's going to be 29th because that doesn't usually happen. Actually, it is. Is it leap year? Yeah, it's leap year this year. Could be February 29th. But at the end of the month, That's when we'll be doing that. Next, Kicking It with Andy. Because we got Kicker on Mass coming up this Tuesday. I don't know exactly what they're doing yet. Sometimes they do post it on Friday. I haven't been on my phone enough, Facebook-wise, to see if they posted anything, or YouTube. They usually do on Friday. Let's take a look here. What did I miss? Let's see. Blake says, as far as bass, your ears will give out about the same time as the rest of your organs. Right. And I feel like it's just pressure. Pressure is the problem, and it's not so much, I don't even know. You know, something that's just going to kill you. It's going to be bad, man. But 186 dBs, and that's the loudest. You know, I feel like, what is it, 194? After that, it's like a sonic boom. The wave is no longer a wave. It becomes distortion. It's pressure, and the whole Pascal of pressure and how that kind of stuff works, and it's exponential. It's really hard to get up there once you get so high. And, you know, it's just, I don't know. I appreciate my hearing. Like, for what I do, I listen to stuff loud a lot. And, but I take care of my ears. I still have excellent hearing, which is kind of funny, you know. Kayla will be like, wait, you heard that? Yeah, I heard that. You know, like, I can hear. I just have selective hearing. So when she's yelling at me, I don't hear it as much. You know how that goes. Let's see. Flavorful hot sauce. Sounds good. I'm not too much of a spicy guy, but just a little lick. That's all I need. Tastes good. Let's see. Planet Audio. Yeah, these are the top 5 brands in car audio. Pile, Pyramid, and Costs. I mean, especially Costs. Right below Boss. Let's see. Chris. Kip. Bobby. Kip, send it to Andy, then he can post it up. What am I sent? What are you sending me? I mean, I have this up. Let's see. Do I got anything? No, I don't got anything. Okay. We still got a lot of people in here. You guys are awesome. Okay. I'm just trying to catch up to the comments here. John says yes. Hi, John. Love you, John. Oh, wait, you're right here, John. Hi, John. It's nice having a helping hand. You know, it's always been a one-man band here, but John doesn't have to help out, and he does, man, you know, because you never know with the comment section. Usually you guys are really, like, class A, you know, like, I trust you guys, you know, but, you know, we're humans sometimes, and, you know, we get bots, we get people coming in. You never know, man, and that is what John is here to do. And to help out with holding comments, too, especially on Tuesdays, because I'm not sitting here looking at it. I'm doing a test, I'm doing a dyno, I'm doing something, and it's nice to have somebody like that, because he's really like Bill Frog 2.0. He really is, sitting there, reading the comments, throwing up the post, the links. Thank you, John. Let's see. I just text you 4 pictures, Andy. All right, so if I do that, let me take a look at it here. Let's see. Okay, I got them. Let me pull them up on the phone here. I just have to use the studio because I use this phone as a switcher, and I either use it as a switcher, I use it as a sharer, you know, for pictures on my phone, which is nice. Or, you know, one or the other. It doesn't do everything because the sharer is actually a wireless screen capture device, which is really nice, but it's kind of a pain in the butt to work sometimes. Let's see if this works. I'm going to see if this works ahead of time here. Does it go full screen? Oh, would you look at that? That is awesome. That is some good looking sourdough there, Kip. Look at that. Just look at it. That is awesome. That looks good. I think Kayla would be impressed, Kip. I really do. I really do. Now you all seen what Kip has been cooking recently. Let's see. You drop the level of a bullet by 20 plus dB and they sound really nice. You know, I feel like the bullet tweeters just, right, people play them too loud. You know, and they don't put crossovers on them. At the end of the day, it's just too loud. And they are so sensitive. Like, you don't need a... I'm about to take mine off my 4 channel. Just because the 50 watts is too much. Of course, they put in the package a resistor and just few odd ends things just to lower the power, and to, soften the sound in a way mechanically. And it works. But you're right. Yeah. If you have those and they're more directional, they're not like, they don't span off as much, like a different like cone or something like that. So when people put them in their cars and they're literally on the side of their ear, in the door, did you ever see those ones? God, no, that's just asking to go deaf and to go deaf really fast, Let's see. Man, Bobby is always trying to give me the tough questions. I'm pressing too many buttons here. Andy, why are the TW2s not available on the Kicker website, but are available on Amazon Kicker Corporation? I know that's probably more of a Kip question than me, but I'm going to answer it the best way I can. So when Kicker buys something, they buy, 1,000 of them, okay? And I think it was a few thousand that they bought of these headphones. And they are all taken for. Everybody writes down, how many they want. I would like 10. I would like whatever. And they take that information and they make their purchase, all right? And that's how they plan it. And what happens is, just because they're out of stock doesn't mean that somebody else isn't out of stock. Kicker really, whenever they have something on the website, 9 chances out of 10, it's usually like leftover stock. Not leftover, but like everybody else got what they needed. They all got their piece of the cake. Well, now Kicker can eat that cake if they want to, but they take care of the dealers first, and they've always had that structure. Now, why does Amazon still have it? Not enough people bought it on Amazon. More people, I don't know how many they actually had in stock at Kicker compared to Amazon, but I would take a wild guess and say that more people know about Kicker.com that are going to buy Kicker than people that are on Amazon buying Kicker. That's just my opinion on it. So they probably ran out of stock faster that way. 1, and 2, again, they take care of the other orders first. They really do. I tried. Basehead 30. I bet he sets off metal detectors already. Who? Wait, what did I miss? I can't. He's a master baker. Yummy. So who do you guys think is going to have the loudest Kicker Solo X setup for SPL to check out at Slamology? Me, of course? No, I'm just kidding. I would say, well, we got the Bronco. We got, what's his name? He's got like 6 L7X12s, and it's not Drew Jones. Starts with a D. Something Doley. Draco Doley. I know he'll be there. He's got 6 L7X1512s, or 6 L7X1512s. God. You know what I mean. Come on, man. So there's that, and then there's going to be Drew's. I'm not going to have the L7X build because I'll have the Solo X build still. I will be replacing that with the 18 when that comes, so that will be fun. But honestly, I'm going to have to say the Bronco build, and then, oh wait, we got Steve Barber. He's got 915s. That's probably going to be your loudest big boy there with the L7Xs to check out. Steve Barber at the Shorten On 'em tent. Go check him out. I think he'll be there. I really do. He has to be there. He has to. If he doesn't come, I'm going to be upset. Marcus, do you think the industry is heading to full bridge technology, or is half bridge here to stay? Man, that's a good question. I feel like I wouldn't say the technology of each one is better or worse. It's just, with the full bridge, they're smaller, they're more compact. The efficiency of the amplifier producing power is better, and it does it in a smaller fact, it just needs a smaller space to do so. I think it is the future. With half bridge, there's always going to be half bridge, there's always going to be full bridge, there's always going to be Class D, Class AB, Class Warhorse. They're always going to stay, and if they don't, someone's going to remake it again, just like you see a lot more of the big AB amplifiers being produced from Down for Sound. Someone else will pick up the ball, because people are going to be not biased, but they're going to want to have that certain type of amplifier because that's what they like to run. That's what they're used to running. And more and more you see it with people wanting to run multiple smaller amplifiers than one big surfboard. And that is the future. Really is. So I wouldn't say that they're, going to go away or anything, but JT1970, Andy, if my sub is loading outside of the vehicle, and is loud. How do I get pressure inside the vehicle while staying loud outside? Okay, let me read this again. Excuse me. Let's do this camera here. If my sub is loading outside the vehicle and is loud, so it's loud on the outside, how do I get the pressure inside the vehicle while staying loud outside? So I feel like what you're trying to ask, if I'm understanding this correctly, is when you're outside your car, it seems really loud, and it's not as loud in the inside, you know, as it is. Like, I get what you're saying. Like big cars, usually with the windows down, that sound kind of travels out a little bit easier. You know, the windows are bigger, the cabin airspace to woofer setup. I'm not talking walls. I'm just talking regular, you know, sub up, port back, couple 12s in the back, kind of extend bigger because that second chamber, I would call it the cabin of your car, is bigger and it's amplifying out of the car a little bit more. So how do you get that sound more inside but staying loud on the outside just like that? I feel like that's really a question, like, how do I beat box rise? Like, there is no, you don't want to beat it. You don't want to make it better. You just got to build it in a way that works best for you, where with trying to make it loud on the outside and in the inside, you know, that's a question that if I knew, I'd be a billionaire right now. They'd be calling me for box designs and I'd be like, okay, I'm too busy, you know, because I got the magic swizzle, and that's not the case. So I don't know entirely. You can go through a lot of box programs and just software and testing, and that's what those guys do in the SPL lanes. You know, are they loud outside? Oh yeah, man, once you hit a certain frequency or certain dB, it doesn't matter, you know, how the vehicle is, it's just loud coming out. So I feel like that is the biggest thing, is just making the setup sound good, be loud, have your electrical key, enclosure key, and if you're tuned higher, it's gonna just want to travel farther because the wave is a little bit shorter, but it's not as long, and just kind of how things work. I don't know. It depends which way you're trying to perceive what is louder. It's really hard. I tried my best on that one too. Woo! It's Kiptagious. It's Kiptagious. Deviant has arrived. You're welcome. Thank you for tuning in, Deviant. Appreciate that you're here, man. That is awesome. Good to see you back. You know, he makes his appearances. He goes, yeah. Thank you for being here. What? That's about it, man. That's about it. I think I missed something. Did I miss something else here? I think I did. Okay, we got that. We got that. El Fuego with a $10 super chat. It's Friday. Yeah, we need more clip. Thank you, El Fuego, funding a search party for Deviant. Reward if found, and we have found it. Would you look at that? Like, literally. I'm just going through the comments, man. It's like when I read these comments, we do this live stream, it's like a story, you know? And then sometimes things just click, and it's great. Thank you, El Fuego, and he is here. 4 minutes till the end of the show. Well, I mean, I'm a little behind, aren't I? Yep, I am 9 minutes behind. Hey, you know, that's what's great about Friday. It's like you don't know what we're doing. We're just here. We're having fun. We're talking car audio or bread, cooking with Kip. You never know what's going to happen, man. You just don't. Let's see. Kicker Corporation on Amazon, legit? I think you got to ask Kip that question. It is legit. It is legit. In my opinion, it is legit. Stu, there he is. Thank you for tuning in, Stu. I appreciate you, man. There they all go, Stu. Oh, there's a Kip. There's a Kip. There's 25. What's going on? Yes, a lot of the Kicker amps are full bridge. You know, the KXA, I mean, I think every single one of the mono blocks are. I think the only one that technically isn't is the AB 360.4, and that's a Class AB. Now, I don't know if I'm right on this one. I think the KXA 400.4 is a full bridge 4-channel. I don't know, but I know it's got to be a Class D full bridge. I don't know. I just don't know. But either way, even if it's not, with subs, you know, I feel like full bridge is just definitely the way to go. You know, because even when you have half bridge amps, you know what guys want to do? They want to ask, hey, is it strappable? And what you're doing when you're strapping two half bridge amplifiers, because those are the only type of amplifiers that can be bridged and strapped, same thing in a way, not technically, but it gets you the same impedance. You know, that's it. It's the same thing, just externally. You're strapping the amplifiers, making them work together as one. Now, with a full bridge amplifier and how that works and how it has like the positive and negative rail, just how it makes a sine wave compared to a positive and just a neutral and just how that kind of works, there's a lot to it. You got to ask an amp guy, amp repair guy. I think Bear Vids would probably be an excellent guy to ask if you're on the YouTube side of things, or give Kicker a call, man. They're there. They are very smart. I just catch the fruit, you know. I'm just, okay. I got a lot of apples, but, you know, knock them over sometimes. Let's see. My name is Green. It's because, Deviant, you're part of the green team, dude. You're part of the green team. And when you're part of the green team, you get the little green right there. But see, you got gifted a membership or you bought one. You're on the yellow team for 1 month. And that's just so whenever you stick with me for more than the 1 month that you were either gifted or you just started, we'll call it the trial, then you automatically turn to be part of the green team, and then you'll see your name on the top here with the Patreons. And yep, that's it. That is it. Okay, dokie. Everybody's happy to see Kip. I'm glad he's hanging out with us. I really am. I really am. Yeah, the horse just woke up from a 6-month nap. That's all. That's all. Dubby! Andy's 3 to 4 cubic feet space. How many Solo X8s can you fit in this space? See, if they made one, what would be the cubic air foot? I don't know, man. The 10, what is it? The 12 is 3 cubes. Roughly of like what Kicker tells you to run. The 10 is what, like 2 cubes. So the 8, if we're just going kind of exponentially down, I'd say like 1.5 maybe cubic feet, give or take, for an 8. That would be my guess on that. So how many can you fit in there? I'd say 2, maybe 3. 3 might be pushing it, but could be, you know, I'd say 2 to 3. Definitely 2 all day. 2 Solo X8s. And I think that would be so crazy, seeing a driver that's even smaller than this one. Like this, hold on, we gotta look at it. This one over here is so tiny. Oh, we gotta go a little bit. Come on, Ernie, up here. There you go. There you go. Now focus. Focus for me. Would you look at that? This is, you know what I mean? Like beef. It is beef. So you think of something only coming up to like here and just that much surround and, you know, just everything that the Solo X is. It's incredible. It really is. And to see something that even smaller would be insane to see. It really would. I even think, I don't even have the 10s. Those are 12s and 15s. The 10s would be cool to see in person, test them out. I've seen them at Slamology and at Kicker. But the 8, man, that's got to be what? That? That's tiny. It's insane, man. It really is. And that's only if they made one. That's the case. If they made one, sure. Rudy. I hope Mason Rudolph stays, man. If not, I'm going to go to whatever team he's on. The Stillwater Steelers, I think that's where he's going next if he's leaving. Cooking with Kip, I'm telling you, man. Telling you. Wait, one better. Cooking with Kip and Kayla. There we go. She's like, oh, no, don't do that. Nope, I'm not getting on front of the camera. Man, you guys are awesome. Still hanging out. YouTube user, will the new Solo X18 mount in the same cutout as the old 12? No. Now with the 15, this has been a debacle. You know, the sub itself being smaller. But it's not. It is, but it's not. And it has a different cutout corner radius. I don't know. It's not even. It's like the same, really. If it's smaller, it's by like, you know, the smallest. It's not a plank. It's not the smallest measurement, but it's a pretty small measurement. of the difference that it's smaller, and it's got so much more excursion, and it's built different, you know, like the young whippersnappers, they're built different. Okay, and they're built different to do something different entirely, and that is just to make bass in extremely, you know, not small or large areas, but they just got tons of travel, man. Like these got, like maybe not, they do not have an inch of an excursion. They do, but they don't. Maybe if you're talking like mechanically, yeah, sure, peak to peak. These got like 2 then, if you're talking that. Like it's double. So if you're losing any cone area, there's that. Now with the new 18, I was told it's going to be a little bit different. So if there is a big problem, all I'm going to do is just put a little beauty ring on the top just to, you know, to make it fit. Because if it's going to be anything, it's going to be a little bit smaller. But it could be a little bit deeper too because of the different motor structure. These Solo X18s have a very thin but wide motor. These are a little bit taller and not as wide. And there's pros and cons with that, with cooling, with the effectiveness of the electromagnetism of the field and how that works, and, you know, just how speakers work, man. But will the cutout be the same? No, but will it be close? Could it possibly fit? From me testing the 12s and the 15s and putting them in prefabs and them pretty much working, I think it'll be fine. But is it ideal? Maybe not with the prefab, but if you already got a Solo X18 box, it might fit. It might fit. But they're going to require something a little bit different. I think a little bit smaller of a box and a little bit more port area, in my opinion, just by looking at the 15 and the 12. You know, the 15, I think, what do they recommend? 4.5. The L7 15, they recommend up to 6. But I think a longer port and I wouldn't say wider or, you know, more port area, probably. You got more going. So you need to have a little bit wider of a port so you have less chuffing or, you know, no chuffing with your enclosure. You really do. Guys are awesome. Good question. We missed you too, Deviant. I am glad you guys are all here with us tonight. Rockford Fosgate Prime for the win. You know, I like some Rockford Fosgate Prime. I really do. And some Power Series, the T1, the T2, P123, R12. You know, I like some Rockford Fosgate. I do. I really do. Thank you for tuning in, Adrian. Man, I am so far behind. I gotta catch up on these comments, then I'll kill it. 1 to 1.5 cubic feet according to my source. See, I was close. Would you look at that? And this source, who is this source? You gotta give them up. Because I need them. Ernie don't tell me nothing anymore. Love you, Ernie. Oh, God. Case. If you build it, they will come. Absolutely. Scrolling through. Oh, hopefully next Saturday, the horse and juice box will be going toe to toe. 100 matches, no breaks. Wait, you're fighting John? Oh, no. Juicebox Johnny. Anson, thank you for tuning in. This guy's he's still tuning in, man. He won that kicker system from my 5K giveaway, the kicker gave away. Thank you, Kicker, for doing that, hooking up a guy. Now he's just tuning into the show all the time. Kicker Unmasked and here, Kicker Club. Thank you for just being part of the community, man. Thank you, dude. I feel like it's not focusing on me too well. There you go. Just look at it. Come on, Mr. Camera. I meant new 18 to old 18 hole cutout. Sorry. So, okay. What I'm saying is the old 18 is going to, if anything, going to be a little bit wider of a cutout. And if it is, it's probably going to be like 1/4 of an inch or under a 1/2 inch difference. You know what I mean? It's an 18-inch subwoofer. But the difference is, I think, of how they're constructing the basket and how that kind of is different. And how that tall roll surround. What am I doing? This thing just went nuts on me here. Yeah, it's going nuts. It's going berserko mode here. whenever they're designing it and how that surround is a lot taller compared to the old one, I think they had to design the landing and the whole motor basket structure a little bit different, especially too with the interchangeable, you know, it's not the spare anymore. That's what these old ones are called, are spares. But the replacement cone is a lot different. These, they just dropped right in. It was a whole assembly. You know, it was like a mini basket into another basket. These ones aren't as easy to put together, but with better tolerance issues with the alignment pins and all that other fun stuff. And it's better. It's more of a soundproof way to replace a speaker than the old way with tolerance issues. And you could have some, you know, failures of not doing it correctly. So I think with that, between that and, you know, just making that a different thing and to work, I think they had to make the basket a little bit different. Or it's just for height because of the total, you know, amount of stroke that the new Solo X has compared to the old one. It needed to have a taller landing height, or just, you know, from the bottom of the, where the spider is and the top and the cone, the depth of the cone. Those are a lot deeper cones than these guys, man. I'll tell you. Like, these are the cones on the front here, and so are these, but these are at a sharper, well, you got to look at it first. These are at a sharper angle in than the old ones are. They really are. Come on, focus for me. There we go. Okay, we're good. I didn't have to press it. They're a little bit deeper dish, and these are only the 12 and the 15. I've seen the 18. I have seen it. It is huge. It looks like a monster. Like it would eat these for breakfast. You know what I mean? Like, you had the caveman, and then you had the Neanderthals and the Cro-Magnums, and they just wiped out the Neanderthals. That's what's going to happen, man. I just know it. And I've seen the damage the 12 has done and kept up watt for watt compared to the old 18 that I had, and still more. Handles the power better. And that's a bigger coil. The old Solo X18 is a bigger coil than the new 12 or 15 or 10. And those ones handle the power better than a bigger coil Solo X, which is insane, but that's 20 years of technology down the road. So makes sense, man. It's going to be a little different. Not too much though. Anson, question, got my 1200.1 running 44 volts AC. That's about all it should do, right? Well, if you go to Kicker, there's a power chart. I forget exactly where it is in the manual section, but what I do is I just go to subwoofers, or no, amplifiers. I go, oh, that didn't work. Oh, I forgot to do that. That's okay. Oh, shoot, it's all messed up now. Anywho, you go to the amplifier section here. I just go to the CX1800s here, right? I go here, and there's a little power chart here. Let me scroll down a little bit, scrolling down. Power chart, would you look at that? So if you're, oh, what the heck? If you're running the 1200 at 1 or 2 ohm, will make a difference. So you're probably at 2 ohm with a dual-loaded enclosure from Kicker. So 44 volts sounds pretty much right. You could set it at 48.99 to get 1200 watts at 2 ohms. Now, yeah, that's kind of where I would set it. 48.99. I don't know what kind of testing equipment you have for distortion. You can always check out the DD1. SPL Lab's got a lot of stuff. It's a little bit more expensive, but still, there's lots of tools out there. And I know the CX line does not have a clip indicator. Maybe that would be cool to have that on the new CX line when that comes down the road, years from now. Assume so, to have a clip indicator on there. I think that would be cool. You don't need no fancy BassKnob clip indicator on the KXA. That's awesome. But, you know, clip indicators need to be a thing on every single amplifier just for setting the gain and to monitor. Thank you for tuning in, Anson. All right, El Fuego's leaving. That means we got to wrap this show up. Thanks for a great show. Living Loud with Andy, and good night to all my chat brothers. Thank you, El Fuego. This guy says, I'm going to get my bread from Kicker now on. There we go. Keep it Kicker, man. You got to. You really do. I mean, I try to. Even my pizzas are square. No lie, I'm not lying. I am not joking. My pizzas are square. You get more pizza area. All right, cool. So we're set. Yeah, we're good, man. I love you guys, and this has been awesome. Friday show. Please be safe this weekend. I know we got a little bit of weather, so drive safe, think safe, be safe. Love you guys, and I'll see you on Tuesday on the after show. Make sure you tune in this Tuesday, 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern on the Kicker Unmasked show. I'll see you guys there, and as always, stay living loud.
Okay. So we're kicking it with Andy, right? You know what that means. We living loud.
Boots and cats. Love you guys so much. Thanks for hanging out till the end. I kind of like the hour and a half mark. You know, it's like you get the meat, the beef, you know where the beef is, and you get a little bit of the dessert at the end. I love you guys. Stay living loud. Make a loaf and do it for the Kipster. Mike the Pulley and John's always tapping. I love you, John. I'm sorry for making you tap every time, man. I really am. But Joby's system is really loud. Yo, Wiz, you're not even... If you're going to switch the camera, you at least got to be on it. Okay? There you are. Say hello. Okay. Yep. He's giving you the fin. He's giving you the fin. Thank you, Bobby. Stay safe, everybody. Kip, thank you for watching. I baked a potato once. Does that make me a potato? It makes you potato, actually. And then Cornut's coming in. $2 super chat. JT1970. Deviant's trying to take it. Ashy, bake a loaf for Kipster. And then Cornut's